winds at 17 miles per hour. And the two coaches, good friends, Mike Smith and Rex Ryan, both assistants with the Ravens from 1999 to 2002. And Rex Ryan always said to Mike Smith, good luck on the next job, because he wanted the Falcons job, didn't get it. They're both happy now because Ryan with the Jets and Smith with the Falcons, who have won the toss and they'll receive. Jay Feely will be kicking off. Eric Weems is back deep. Feely has had a tremendous season, and you can see how the wind has already affected the ball on the tee. And that's how strong it is. It'll be very interesting for Mark Sanchez, who has never played in these conditions. But it'll be a few minutes before he gets the ball. Falcons have not done well on the road this year. They're 1-5. Their only victory was against the 49ers in Week 4. And Eric Weems returns the kick from the 2. Brings it out beyond the 20-yard line. And here comes Matt Ryan. Only lost one game at home this year. Missed the last 2 with an injured right toe. Came out before the game to test it, and he is fine. Looking at the Falcons offensive unit, close to the middle of the pack in most categories. Quinn Ojanaka starting at right guard. Tony Gonzalez has been the main target.
Now they've got their starting quarterback and Pro Bowl running back. No longer playing with one hand tied behind their back.
First down, and here is Turner with the carry. And Turner with a good gain close to the 30-yard line. Jim Leonard making the tackle. Michael Turner inactive the last 2 weeks with a sprained right ankle. And let's take a look at the vaunted Jets defense. They have not allowed more than 1 touchdown in 9 of their games. Pretty good.
And the pass rush is picked up, and cornerback Darrelle Revis is having an amazing season.
And Kerry Rhodes back in the starting lineup at safety. And Revis has been playing tremendous football. Second down and 3, and going deep for Roddy White, and covered by Revis, and a flag goes down. So that's the matchup, as Revis covers the best receiver, who was pushing off, in this case, Roddy White, and Ron Winter, the referee, will mark it off.
And it's the right call. Watch how Darrelle Revis has Roddy White pinned to the sideline. See how he's got him with his body? He's right on the hip. Roddy White trying to go through the body of Darrelle Revis to get over the top to catch the football. Unable to do so, picks up the penalty.
So it'll be second down and 13. Jarius Norwood is in the game and running back, and there is Roddy White, who's not that far away from another 1,000-yard season. 4 wide receivers line up for Matt Ryan. Ryan's pass, and caught by Michael Jenkins. Good grab. Close to the 40-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Falcons, a gain of 21.
The Jets showed pressure at the line of scrimmage, but just decided to rush 4 and drop 7. Michael Jenkins just ran a quick slant inside and gets right inside of Lito Shepherd. Excellent throw, even better catch. Jenkins catching it and absorbing the hit.
From the 39, Snelling is in the game. Jason Snelling. And Snelling has seen a lot of play with Turner, and before that, Norwood out of action. Sean Ellis making the tackle for the Jets, and a pickup of 1. This place is not filled to capacity, and of course the conditions from yesterday and getting to the stadium a lot more difficult than what we see in here. So Jet fans are vocal, but they have not packed the Meadowlands to this point. Second down and 9. Here is Snelling. Snelling is slowed up by Mike DeVito, who made his first NFL start last week, and there'll be a gain of 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and long.
We've already seen early in this game where Darrelle Revis for the Jets is waiting out of the huddle, and he's going to match up with the #1 receiver of the Falcons, Roddy White. Where he goes, Revis is going to go.
24 straight 3rd downs without allowing a 1st down, and it'll be 3rd down and 7. Can the Jets keep the streak going? And here is Ryan's pass, incomplete, and broken up by Kerry Rhodes. And that will bring up 4th down. Pass was intended for Tony Gonzalez, so may now make it 25 straight 3rd down holds.
On 3rd and long, the Jets want to bring their exotic blitz package. There's the pressure. Right up the middle from number 52, David Harris, and look at the coverage from Kerry Rhodes on Tony Gonzalez. Perfect position, over the top, knocks it away.
And that's what the Jet defense is all about. Outstanding punter Michael Kanan will be kicking to Jericho Cotchery. There, the wind playing havoc with it as Cotchery at the 22, and finally will be brought down at the 26-yard line. Back here at the Meadowlands, Christmas week coming up at the end, and they say they may have another winter storm coming up toward the end of the week. So there could be a white Christmas in the New York metropolitan area. Mark Sanchez, and that 17 interception number is one that Rex Ryan would like to keep down at that number. 1st down, Thomas Jones, the running back. Ball at the 26. Tony Richardson, fullback, goes in motion. And the fake and the handoff. And Jones is dropped by Thomas Johnson. And a loss of 2 on 1st down. The Jets offense, and it's all about the running game, the blocking up front, and of course, Thomas Jones.
The Jets rank 30th in the league in throwing the football, and their longest pass play for the year, 53 yards.
So they don't really have to pass to win, but they've got a show pass. Danny Woodhead, number 83, who's been a valuable player, is in the lineup. Ben Hartsock, the tight end, lined up wide to the right. And there is the pitch out to Danny Woodhead on the pass, and incomplete, covered by Brent Grimes. Take a look now at the Falcons defensive unit, and it's really been their weakness this year. Chauncey Davis is starting in place of Jamal Anderson.
The linebackers have been solid all season long, but there have been a lot of changes at the cornerback position.
There have been, and that has hurt their pass defense. Danny Woodhead again lining up to the left on 3rd down and 11. Dustin Keller in motion. And Sanchez with a pass downfield, and it is intercepted by Thomas Deku. And on the turnover, the Falcons will get it back in Jet territory. So it's the Atlanta defense that comes up big early on in this game, as Sanchez does throw another pick, his 18th of the year.
I'm really surprised he pushed it this far downfield this early in the game. Double coverage. Excellent job by Deku reading Mark Sanchez and picking the ball off. So much has been made of Rex Ryan and his color-coded quarterback play that he's wanted. Tells him before each series what system we're in. Red means very conservative. Yellow, proceed with caution. Green means go. I'd be surprised if we heard they were in green on that possession.
3rd interception of the year for Deku, who leads the team. So a 1st down, and Snelling with the carry gets a couple of yards as the Falcons try to score here. 2nd down and 8 at the 33 for Atlanta, and the pass incomplete as 2 Jets were all over the receiver, Tony Gonzalez. And a good play made there by Lito Shepard.
So much is made of the pressure packages that Rex Ryan and Mike Pettin, his defensive coordinator, put together. And a lot of times when you hear pressure package, you think man-to-man defense behind it. With the Jets, you get a lot more zone and what they call fire zones, the zone blitzes behind their pressure packages. That's what we saw there with Lito Shepard in coverage.
So here we have another 3rd and 8. And remember, the Jets have shut down 3rd down conversions 25 straight times.
This is where they come after you.
And the flip over to Snelling. And Snelling is going to get the first down inside the 25. So that'll break that string in a 10-yard pickup. And the Falcons trying to capitalize on that interception.
Nice job by Mike Mularkey, the defense coordinator. Watch how they control the corner here. See, when you get Bart Scott controlled right there by Sam Baker, that gives the corner to Jason Snelling. And really, good courage by Mike Mularkey, the defensive coordinator, to run the ball in an obvious pass situation.
From the 23, first down for the Falcons. Again, they go to Snelling. And the Jets bottle him up. Nothing there, thanks to Howard Green coming up to make the play. It'll be second down. Falcons have lost 4 of their last 5 games. They began the year winning 4 of 5, and things look very bright. But they have dropped 4 of their last 5 games, and of course what's really hurt Mike Smith's team have been the injuries to Turner and the quarterback Ryan. Second down and 9, and here's Jarius Norwood, gets by 1 defender, and Norwood winds up at the 16-yard line. It was Bart Scott who missed the tackle in the backfield, and they get 6 yards. And limping off the field is Jarius Norwood, who suffered an injured hip flexor in November and was inactive for 5 games.
And they really missed his explosiveness and his ability to catch the football out of the backfield. He made a nice play there, making Bart Scott miss. Turns it into a 3rd and 3 instead of what would have been a 3rd and long. And then he would have had to deal with the exotic blitz packages of Rex Ryan. As we were going to break, Dick was detailing the injuries for the Atlanta Falcons and how they have hurt them throughout the season. Here's where another one hurts. Only 10 guys were on the field coming in the huddle. They had to use a timeout because Jarius Norwood had gotten hurt and they didn't have someone ready to replace him, their running back.
3rd down and 3, looking one way, and a pass, and it is caught at the 1 by Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez with a 15-yard catch and another first down, 1st and goal Falcons.
They use Tony Gonzalez not just as your inline tight end, but they flex him out and use him essentially as a 3rd wide receiver. And did you notice that Kerry Rhodes never got his head turned around? If your head is turned towards the receiver, away from the quarterback, they're going to throw the ball every time and let the receivers make the adjustment.
Tackle Will Svitek lining up as an eligible tight end. There you see number 74, 1st and goal, and here's Jason Snelling, and he's not going to get there. No gain on the play, and leading the way was David Harris, who intercepted the first pass by Josh Freeman last week on the first play of the game to set the tone for the Jets' win over the Bucs.
Leading tackler of the New York Jets, they call him the quiet one, but his pads are not quiet when he's popping someone.
Well, the Falcons have the best goal-to-go offense in the league. They have 2nd and goal at the 1. Snelling lines up as the setback, and it's going to be a pass by Ryan and a fade, but the receiver had fallen down. Gonzalez, covered by Darrell Revis, had fallen down, so now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Play action play by the Falcons, but the Jets reading their keys, not fooled. Darrell Revis on the coverage.
The Jets have given up only 1 touchdown in their last 3 games. Thus their 3-game winning streak. 3rd and goal coming up. Multiple tight ends, and they hand off to Snelling, and Snelling is not going to get there. In fact, Revis comes in case he had ideas for a second effort, and a big play by the Jets defense bringing up 4th and goal, and the Falcons will send their field goal team on. What a defensive stop.
And that is the side that the Falcons like to run, the right side, but Quinn Ojanaka starting today for Harvey Dahl at right guard, one of their nastier, better run blockers. He's not in, and look at how the Jets penetrated. What a great job by Sione Buaha. Excellent job, Bauha. Great job inside leading the charge.
And, of course, he's had to play nose tackle with Chris Jenkins out. So Matt Bryant, the former Giant kicker, will attempt a 19-yard field goal. And a timeout, delay of the game.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
So Mark Sanchez throwing the interception, and the Falcons looking to get the touchdown as they started the drive in Jet territory, but the Jets put the clamps on that bid, and so now a 24-yard field goal attempt by Bryant. The New York Jets with a superb defensive stop, limiting the Falcons to a field goal when Atlanta had the ball on the 35-yard line. Deku's interception, and now the Jets will get a chance again. And the defense doing what they've done all year, #1 in the league. Tennessee leading Miami 7-3. So once again, if the Dolphins lose to the Titans and the Jets were to win and the Ravens get upset by the Bears at home later today, and that game will be on Fox, that was switched from an early game to a late game because of the weather conditions in the Northeast. The Jets would then control their own destiny to the playoffs. Michael Kanan will be kicking off, and Brad Smith back deep as Sanchez going to work. And you asked him, Charles, what about when you played at Washington State? Didn't you have some inclement weather there? Huh?
No, he said without a doubt the coldest, worst day he's ever going to play in.
We hope it's the coldest, for him not the worst. And cutting in front is Eric Smith. And welcome back to the Meadowlands. Dick Stockton along with Charles Davis and Laura Oakman. Jets with their second offensive possession of the game. And there's John Abraham, who was a #1 draft pick with the Jets. Played 6 years with the Green. First down at the 34. 3 tight ends line up for the Jets. Thomas Jones. And Thomas Jones picks up about 3.
Rex Ryan had Joe Girardi in a couple of weeks ago to teach Mark Sanchez how to slide. He's got to bring him back and have him talk to his guys about, hey, the center fielder in baseball calls it. Brad Smith's got to call the ball and make sure everyone else gets away. And there's Mike Westhoff, the special teams coach, telling Brad Smith, you're the center fielder. You call it. You go get it. Get everyone else away from it.
Second down and 6. And again, Thomas Jones. And the flag goes down, our first penalty of the game. And on a frigid day, the aptly named Ron Winter, the referee. Eric Coleman made the stop.
Tripping. Offense number 84. Penalties declined. Makes it 3rd down.
Tight end Ben Hartsock, who was with Atlanta last season. So Thomas Jones is out of the game right now. It'll be 3rd down and 7. And Danny Woodhead has been lining up as the running back. And a very popular Jet at 5'7½", he calls himself. 3rd and 7. In motion is Cotchery to the right. Sanchez running up, and down he goes. Couldn't find a receiver. Croy Bierman, who comes off the bench and is a good pass rusher with Jonathan Babineau, and a gain of maybe 1.
With that kind of time, you should expect to find a receiver open downfield, but the coverage was excellent by the Falcons. Brent Grimes on Braylon Edwards. Stephen Nicholas knocking Jericho Cotchery off of his route on the shallow cross. Everyone covered up in the secondary, forced Mark Sanchez to eat it.
So 4th down, Steve Weatherford will punt for the Jets. And Eric Weems on the 23. The Falcons start from their own 31. Jarius Norwood, who limped off before, back in there, and Norwood is upended. And a big tackle by Bart Scott, virtually at the line of scrimmage, and one of those former players who played for Rex Ryan in Baltimore.
And those guys came with him from Baltimore, did not have to learn a new system, and in effect became extra coaches for Rex Ryan for his new team. They could teach them the defense and what to expect from their new head coach and defensive guy, Rex Ryan.
And Marcus Douglas at defensive end as well. So the total yards, Atlanta already 65, the Jets only 3. 2nd down and 9. And here is Ryan's pass, and the catch is made in heavy traffic by Roddy White. He had 2 defenders on him, and the forward progress will be marked at about the 36-yard line. Jim Leonard was one of the 2 Jets all over White.
And what the Falcons are going to want to do with Roddy White, since Darrelle Revis is going to match up with him one-on-one, is motion him across formation and see if the Jets are playing zone. If they're playing zone, then he's away from Revis on the other side, and that's what they had on the last play.
5-yard pickup, bringing up 3rd down and 4.
That's Revis going right out there to the top to match up with Roddy White.
Out of the shotgun, and the quick pass intended for Jenkins, and he was covered well by Lito Shepherd. And 4th down coming up, and so the Eagles just smother you defensively, and they did it again on that possession.
And do you realize that for the Jets, if you got Darrelle Revis, who was a Pro Bowler last year and a candidate for NFL Defensive Player of the Year this year on one side, you motion away, you get Lito Shepherd on the other side, who was a 2-time Pro Bowler with the Philadelphia Eagles. So the Jets loving their corners matchup.
The Eagles used to smother you defensively, but lately it's been an offensive team. So with 3:09 to go, 4th down. Michael Kanan will be kicking. Jericho Cotchery going back deep.
See, they've got 2 guys back here, Brad Smith with Cotchery. Because of the wind, they want to make sure they have a better chance to catch the football and cover more of the field.
And his kick might have been deflected, and it will roll inside the 40-yard line and be down at the 40. James Ihedebo got a hand on it apparently, and got a piece of Kanan's kick.
Right up the middle. There's Ihedebo, number 44, reaching around the block and gets his left hand on the football. There it is.
And you know, with the special teams, always a surprise. And we haven't seen the last of it either. Sean Green has checked in at running back, and a 1st down with under 3 minutes to go in the 1st quarter for the Jets. Starting from their 35-yard line. Play action. Sanchez going deep. Wide open. Braylon Edwards. Touchdown Jets. Beating the rookie Chris Owens. Braylon Edwards with a 65-yard touchdown reception, and the Jets take the lead. And now Mark Sanchez with the relaxed smile on his face after throwing the interception, comes back with the TD pass. Jay Feely adds the extra point, and the Jets lead the Falcons 7-3. That was the longest pass play of the season for the Jets, 65 yards.
And the Jets, known so much for their run game, Mark Sanchez throws an early interception, so the thought process is maybe you continue to run the ball and don't give him another chance. But look at this pass protection. Look at that. No one getting back. So Mark Sanchez able to step into the throw and hit Braylon Edwards deep off of the play action. But how about Brian Schottenheimer, the offensive coordinator, and Rex Ryan, the head coach, giving Mark Sanchez the green light after the early interception? The thought process was probably, hey, tuck it in, run the football. Instead, they showed confidence in the rookie and said, take another shot at it. And as you mentioned, now a much more relaxed smile on the face of Mark Sanchez.
And Braylon Edwards, who was the 3rd overall pick in '05, big trade from the Browns earlier in the year, and Mark Sanchez and the Jets, knowing they could possibly have their playoff destiny in their control, taking the lead. Now the Falcons are used to giving up these long plays.
61st 20 or more yard play allowed this year, 10 of them for touchdowns, evidence of the troubles that they've had in the secondary with rotating cornerbacks.
Feely kicking off, and Weems on the return. And Weems gets beyond the 20, and that's it. And there you see Michael Turner with the cape on. First 9 games, they scored touchdowns, they ran the ball, they had a winning record, and then they've lost 4 to 5. Jason Snelling. 2nd down and 6 from the 25. Here's Snelling, and bottled up again. The New York Jets taking great pride. And right in the middle was Bart Scott.
The Jets are now getting the type of game that they want. They want Atlanta to run the football. That gives their defense a chance to be physical. Bart Scott right in the middle with the initial hit.
Scott goes out of the game, 2nd on the team in tackles to their linebacker David Harris, and Drew Coleman comes in, number 30, as an extra defensive back. 3rd and 5. Here comes the pressure on Ryan, and the pass tipped away by Revis, intended for Roddy White. And Darrelle Revis, who this week Rex Ryan said should be the defensive player of the year, makes another boot play.
And he got some great help from his friends because there was plenty of pressure on Matt Ryan, who had to unload it early. But is Darrelle Revis the target that you want to go after in man-to-man coverage? In 2009, the answer is no.
So it is 4th down, and Michael Kanan, whose last punt was deflected by Ihedibo, kicking to Kochery, and the Jets looking for good field position. Brad Smith is also back there. And here is Kochery going wide, and finally is down at the 35-yard line. 1:01 remaining in the first quarter, 7-3 in favor of the New York Jets. A spirited first quarter, Charles Davis, in this game, with Atlanta taking advantage of the turnover by getting only 3. Right now, the Jet defense is controlling the game.
They are. They've turned it back in their favor the way that they've wanted. They held them to a field goal after the turnover, and the last couple of series are starting to impose their will, getting their blitz packages in place now, shutting them down in the run game. And anytime you try to throw where Darrelle Revis is, you're not likely to be successful. He's having a monster year.
Hand off to Sean Green, the rookie from Iowa, who's had fumbling problems. But the Jets very high on the 3rd round pick from Iowa. And you pointed out very astutely, I thought, that Rex Ryan, who the players really love, said to Sanchez, don't get down on the interception. They tried to take a shot, and it worked, the 65-yard pass to Edwards.
He showed a lot of confidence in him in allowing him to come back and throw deep after he threw the early interception, when all week long he's been pounding at him, don't turn the ball over. That's a great boost for his young quarterback.
2nd down and 7 from the 38, Green. And Green gets up to the 41. Croy Bierman makes the tackle, and a gain of 3. And that should be the last play of the first quarter. Well, they tell me Santa Claus is coming to town, and right now the temperature up to 32 degrees, feels like 20 with the wind chill, partly cloudy skies. The snow started at about noon yesterday, ended about 2 hours before the game. From the 41-yard line, 3rd down and 4 as we start the second quarter. They spread the offense Sanchez's pass intended for Woodhead off the mark, and that'll bring up 4th down. Dick Stockton along with Charles Davis and Laura Oakman as the Jets try to make it 8-6 and locked in a big battle with the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens, also at 7-6, and Jacksonville losing to Indianapolis on Thursday, now 7-7. So it's 4th down. Steve Weatherford will be kicking to Eric Weems. Good kick by Weatherford, and the fair catch called for by Weems at about the 12. So the wind blowing from left to right, as it usually does here at the Meadowlands. From the 14. Pass nearly intercepted. And it was Rivas who got a hand on it, and then it was David Harris who had a chance at it. Rivas is all over the place and really anticipating all of the throws to Roddy White.
Here's your dilemma if you're Matt Ryan. Roddy White is your #1 receiver. He was a Pro Bowler last year. The problem? He's being covered by Darrelle Revis. You want to go to your #1 receiver, but maybe you have to start looking at other targets when Darrelle Revis is blanketing that guy.
White coming in needing 85 yards to reach 1,000 for the 3rd straight year, as Jarius Norwood up the middle is stopped by Mike DeVito after a gain of 3.
At the top of the show, we talked about Mark Sanchez's mission, should he choose to accept it, is to take care of the football. For the Atlanta Falcons, the other receiver's mission now is to make themselves open and available for Matt Ryan so that he doesn't have to force feed the ball to Roddy White, because the coverage is so good with Darrelle Revis.
And that means Marty Booker, who is split out to the left.
See, there's Revis right there on White.
3rd down and 6. He's got time, and the pass knocked down by Kerry Rhodes, intended for Tony Gonzalez. So the big matchups, Rhodes on Gonzalez and Revis on White, really working for the Jets so far.
And look at what Atlanta does here to try and get Roddy White open. They try and pick for him with Tony Gonzalez. Instead, they can't go to Roddy White. They have to come back to Tony Gonzalez, and Kerry Rhodes has the coverage. Right now, the other Falcons receivers have to find a way to get open to help out their quarterback.
Michael Kanan kicking from inside the 10. Kochery and Smith are back, looking for decent field position. Here is Kochery running up the middle. On a windy, cold day here at the Meadowlands, the Jets' first 4 possessions, interception, punt, touchdown, and punt. Other than the 65-yard touchdown pass, 9 other plays have gotten them 9 yards. And the Jets are leading, starting from the 43. Thomas Jones back in at running back. It's Jones getting the call. Good burst as he gets into Falcon territory to the 49. Curtis Lofton, the middle linebacker, brings him down after a pickup of 7.
And the Falcons have done a good job early versus the Jets' running game. But when you're a team that averages nearly 170 yards a game running the ball as the Jets do, you're not daunted early. It becomes attrition. You keep pounding the football, running the football, and you expect to see dividends paid in the second half.
You wear teams down, and that's what the Jets are trying to do, as Jones will have the first down to the 46-yard line. Thomas Jones, 1,000-yard rusher and a durable back.
And he doesn't get the acclaim nationally that other guys get. He's not as flashy. He doesn't talk to the media a whole lot, a quiet guy. But Rex Ryan says that the only guy he's seen prepare more and better for a game than him at the running back position, Walter Payton. That's high compliment.
And of course his dad, Buddy Ryan, coached the great Walter Payton, as Thomas Jones is stopped for no gain. Jones, by the way, going over 1,000 yards for the 5th straight year, but a good defensive stop by the Falcons.
Eric Coleman back against his former teammates, 4 years with the New York Jets before coming to Atlanta last season.
Tough game for the Falcons to play after they knew last night when the Saints were beaten by the Cowboys that their playoff hopes were over. They were long shot hopes at best, but at least they had that to play for. 2nd down and 11 from the 47. And here comes a pass attempt, and going down is Sanchez. And it was Nicholas who put the pressure on. And that's the first quarterback sack of the day by Atlanta.
And Stephen Nicholas needs to go high-five Mike Peterson on the outside. Watch the job Mike Peterson does, because he reads the screen, and Mark Sanchez sees that. So he can't go there with the football. It means he has to hold the football, and then Stephen Nicholas is there, and number 93, Thomas Johnson, also.
Loss of 4 yards, so it'll be 3rd down and 15. And now Danny Woodhead lining up in the backfield for the Jets. Sanchez fires. It's caught for the 1st down by Cotchery. Jericho Cotchery in a pass that in essence was up for grabs, and an 18-yard gain and a 1st down as he outfought Peterson for the ball.
And take a look at Danny Woodhead and watch what he does in pass pro after we see Jericho Cotchery go downfield and catch the football. Look at that. Great job there. And Sanchez, because of what Woodhead did on the block in the backfield, that allowed Sanchez to escape outside a little bit and opens up the throwing lane for him.
And a 1st down. Brad Smith on the Wildcat. Sean Green that was. Sean Green on the Wildcat, and gain of 11 yards.
This would make Brad Smith comfortable, the quarterback. This is what he did in college at Missouri when he played that position full time. Here comes the motion with Sean Green from the wide side of the field. And look at the blocking he picks up. Able to read his holes, read his gap, and powers through it for a nice gain.
11-yard pickup to the 22. 1st down for the Jets. Again with 2 tight ends. Braylon Edwards goes in motion, and Jones off left tackle. Stopped by Curtis Lofton after a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. Fake handoff to Thomas Jones. The pass tipped away, incomplete. And a good play downfield by Stephen Nicholas, intended for Dustin Keller.
Well covered by the Atlanta Falcons off of the play fake. They want to try and get the ball to number 81, Dustin Keller, working downfield against Stephen Nicholas. He covers him very well and then makes a play on the football. Keller trying to beat him to the flag. Nicholas right on top of it.
3rd down and 6. On the 18, field goal range, and here is Sanchez, and the pass caught at the 10-yard line by Edwards, and Chris Owens was with him all the way, and that will be a 1st down at the 10 for the Jets. A gain of 8 yards as we wind down to 9 minutes remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Watch the intelligence in the route running by Braylon Edwards. He knows where the 1st down marker is, establishes a little bit past it, and then sits down and shows his numbers to his target, to his quarterback, Mark Sanchez. There's your target. He's able to step right out there and fire to the 1 and the 7. 1st down, Jets.
Brad Smith going in motion. What a game he had against Tampa Bay last week as Thomas Jones goes outside and is stopped by Babineau, and then Peterson, a loss of 2 yards on the play. Brad Smith became the first Jet since Leon Washington 2 years ago to throw a pass, which he did for 27 yards, catch one, run the ball, return a punt, and a kickoff. So you talk about a triple threat. He did about 5 things, and a valuable piece for the New York Jets on special teams and offense.
So I'm at the University of Missouri as a 4-year starter at quarterback in 1 game, run for 291 yards from the quarterback position.
2nd and goal from the 12, and the Jets call their first timeout of the game.
Throughout the game, you notice the quarterback, Mark Sanchez, doing a lot of gesturing at the line of scrimmage and pointing out different things. He gets a lot of help from that guy right there, Nick Mangold, 2008 Pro Bowler. He makes all the line calls and can block anyone over the nose and handle him well.
Missed practice for a couple of days due to an illness. 2nd down and goal from the 12. And this pass caught, and saving the touchdown attempt was Eric Coleman as Dustin Keller makes the grab. And it'll be 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. So a 10-yard pickup.
Well executed, and it puts them in a position now where Rex Ryan has probably talked with Brian Schottenheimer's offensive coordinator about whether or not this is 4-down territory. Do you take 2 shots at the end zone here this close to the goal line?
Wayne Hunter, a tackle lined up as an eligible tight end. 3rd and goal. They pack it up. Thomas Jones getting the handoff, and Jones is not going to get there. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and it was Eric Coleman who once again came up to make the play. That's 2 successive defensive plays by Coleman. No gain.
And because there's no gain, you've got to kick the football.
Right.
Too far to go now in this situation. You're already up 7-3. I was just wondering if they got that ball in tight, would in that position would they say, hey, let's go ahead and get it again? But on that play, they didn't get it blocked. Met at the line of scrimmage. Go ahead and kick the field goal.
And credit to the Falcons'
Yes.
defense. They have played very well today. Giving up the big 65-yard play. Other than that, they've been solid. This will be a 19-yard attempt by Jay Feely. And it's a fake. And hit behind and down at the 15 is Kellen Clemens. And an alert play made by Brent Grimes.
The Jets trying to add a field goal to go up 10-3. On the snap, Kellen Clemens, the holder, bobbles the snap, unable to get it down for Jay Feely. That's when you make your fire call and try and get outside and throw the football, but Brent Grimes all over him, drops him.
From the 13-yard line, and dropping the pass was Tony Gonzalez. And that's something you rarely see.
After practice, most days, Tony Gonzalez stays out and works on catching the football. Tries to catch 150 passes, always on the move. You don't get much out of catching the ball static. All right, always trying to do it on the move. That's why, as you said, a real surprise on a pass like that. Tony Gonzalez unable to come down with it.
2nd down and 10. Ryan has time and off the hands and nearly picked off. And it was Jim Leonard who had the ball in his hands, and that's what the cold ball, the hard football and the cold weather will do, and the wind and all of that.
And Dennis Thurman, his secondary coach, is over on the sideline saying, tip drill. We work on this all the time. Ball's tipped, go catch it. But you're exactly right. In these conditions, the ball's going to be a little harder. It's going to be a little slicker. We saw a great tip drill in the Tennessee-Miami game earlier where Miami came down with the interception. Jim Leonard unable to pull it down this time.
3rd down and 10. Ryan trying to get it to Snelling, who couldn't handle it. And in all fairness, in that previous pass to Gonzalez, it was off the mark. It was not one that he could really catch, although he did get the deflection. So the dropsies by both the offense and defense here, bringing up 4th down, and Kanan will have to kick from the goal line. And Kochery and Brad Smith go back, and it looks like each time the Falcons have to punt, Charles, it's closer and closer the Jets have to real good field position.
And even though they missed the field goal, they did establish good field position because Atlanta started that drive in their own 8-yard line.
And a good kick by Kanan into the wind. Backing up is Kochery. And put down at the 35-yard line. From the 35. Mark Sanchez pass is intercepted, and it's Brent Grimes starting for the 2nd straight week for Chris Houston. Dustin Keller was the target for Sanchez, throwing his 2nd interception, and the Falcons get it back.
The area of growth for Mark Sanchez is taking the check down. That's not always a bad thing. He double pumped and threw into double coverage, reminiscent of his first interception of the game today that Thomas Deku got early in the game. And when you throw late, double on that one, Brent Grimes underneath, and over the top was Eric Coleman. See, he clutched, and then he decided to come with it anyway. But the coverage too good, Brent Grimes with the pick.
And a 1st down at the 41 of Atlanta. They got the ball back in a hurry. Jarius Norwood is the tailback, and on the handoff, it's Norwood. And he gets a few on 1st down. The Falcons had the ball the last time for only 31 sequence, and now tempers flare momentarily And Sam Baker's helmet goes flying. 3-yard pickup.
And there's Brent Grimes, who just set up his Atlanta offense. You see the turnover situation. The Jets -2 now in the ball game. Now it's up to the Atlanta offense to get something done. Their defense battling. They turned away a field goal attempt off of the bobbled snap. They get an interception against Mark Sanchez. The offense now has to do something to help out.
And for Grimes, that was his 3rd interception of the year. And there is Weems on the fake end around. And the pass caught by Snelling. And Snelling will be brought down. And Jim Leonard, just 5'8", who was another former Raven, played with them last year, stopped Snelling in a gain of only 1.
How about all the action on this play, trying to get everyone out of it. But Jim Leonard stays at home. Watch him here, okay? He stays, and he's going to end up reading and coming up before the blockers can get out there and making a play on Jason Snelling after all the fakes in action that Atlanta gave them.
Charles, you know, Leonard nearly slipped on that play as I looked at that replay. So now it's 3rd down and 6. Ryan going up the middle, and it's caught by Gonzalez. And a first down covered by Donald Strickland, and an 11-yard gain quiets the crowd. And we showed you early there were a lot of empty seats, but it is a late arriving crowd here.
Now look at this, the Jets trying to get organized out here before they get into their set. The ball is snapped. Good protection from Matt Ryan, able to stand and deliver. And look at Tony Gonzalez boxing out Donald Strickland, number 27, and going up and catching the football.
In Jet territory at the 44, here is Snelling going up the middle. And Snelling gets about a yard on first down. Under 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Jets in front 7-3. Matt Ryan, who had a sensational rookie year, 3rd overall pick last season, and this year throwing a lot more interceptions, more mistakes, and a lot of that had to do with changes, injuries in the offensive line, and of course you talked to running back.
Michael Turner hurt a little bit. Plus, in your second year, when you play well in your first year, they give you more responsibility. They give you a little bit more. Sometimes you don't take advantage of it the right way.
Flea flicker, and here is Ryan's pass, and Roddy White, and Darrelle Revis was back there again. No one fooled him on that play.
How frustrating is it for the Atlanta Falcons? They're trying their best to get Roddy White the football. Darrelle Revis, if he was fooled, it was for a nanosecond. And then how about the closing speed as he goes and breaks up the play, and then over the top, Jim Leonard, number 36, also on the scene, making sure that pass isn't completed.
And Charles, it's amazing. Revis wasn't even looking for the ball. He was playing the man, and his timing was perfect.
He was reading his hands coming up to catch the football, put his hands in between them, and knocked it away. 3rd
down and 7, and the quick pass thrown behind Marty Booker. So it'll be 4th down. And Michael Kanan will come on to kick it away. So the Falcons cannot take advantage of that turnover, the interception by Grimes, and have to kick it as Cotchery goes back deep.
The only good thing that Atlanta will point to on that series is the possibility of good field position for their defense.
First time in a while that they're in that situation. Trying to keep it inside the 20, and this kick will go into the end zone, bounce in there for the touchback. And the Jets will take it out at the 20 with 3:10 remaining.
We talked a little bit earlier about the color-coded process that Rex Ryan gave Mark Sanchez a few weeks ago. Red, be conservative. When I tell you red, that's what we want. Yellow, proceed with caution. Green means go. 2 interceptions today. After the first one, he gave an opportunity to come back and throw the 65-yard touchdown pass. I think we're going into a heavy red-yellow here. Take care of the football, Mark Sanchez.
First down at the 20. Thomas Jones. Jones gets about 7 yards. Troy Bierman brings him down.
That first down snap, heavy code red. Hand the ball off, let your line block some people, move it with Thomas Jones. Let's take care of the ball.
Thomas Jones going over 9,000 career rushing yards on that play. And lining up without the huddle are the Jets on 2nd down and 3. And the quick pass to Cotchery. And Cotchery does not get out of bounds. The clock continues to run, but the Jets will get the first down here with under 2.5 to play in the first half.
And Braylon Edwards did a nice job outside, providing enough of a block to get Cotchery to the first down marker.
4-yard gain, first down on the 31. Jones. And Jones is tackled by Chris Owens, and we're going to get down to the 2-minute warning before another play. 3-yard gain for Thomas Jones there.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Well, the best way to explain to you how cold it is, even our wonderful troops are feeling the cold out here today. Huh? American Forces Network watching today's game, watched by the U.S. military in 177 countries and ships at sea. Thank you, and women.
Yes.
And movement, and the ricochet off Ferguson.
Ball
start.
Offense number 60. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
First Jet penalty of the day. Rex Ryan has his defense and he has his running game. They rush 57% of the time, most in the NFL. It'll be 2nd down and 12 back on the Jet 29. Sanchez pass, and it's caught by Brad Smith. Looked like a one-handed grab at first, and Mike Peterson followed him out of bounds. So Brad Smith, who was a quarterback at Missouri, as you said, in his 4th year, and a gain of 17.
And Mark Sanchez, a quick study from the last possession to this one, looked downfield, didn't have it, checked down to the crossing route, first down.
Still a sugar huddle by the Jets. Danny Woodhead picks up 1.5 yards. And Woodhead, listed as a wide receiver, was a running back in college, 2nd year out of Chadron State in Nebraska.
2-time Division II Player of the Year. Over 7,000 yards rushing.
He's an athlete. 2nd down and 8 up the middle, and this pass caught by Cotchery, and a great defensive play by Chevis Jackson to prevent the first down here. They got 7 yards, and clock stops with 1:25 to go, and the Jets calling their 2nd timeout.
Brian Schottenheimer, the offensive coordinator, working with Mark Sanchez. We had a nice chat with him earlier this week and asked Brian what really won the job for Mark Sanchez. And he said the guy's ability to lead, he's got the charisma, and he's not afraid of situations. First throw in the NFL, preseason game or not, a deep ball completed. We like the kid's moxie, and if it's even, you got to go with the young guy and give him his opportunity. And that's exactly what the Jets have done.
And I think the town has embraced Mark Sanchez. Without a lot of college experience out of Southern California.
See Brian Van Gorder there, the defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons, matching wits with Brian Schottenheimer. 3rd and short here. You would expect the Jets to run something power with the running game, get the first down, and then continue to try and get downfield, throwing the football.
3rd down and 1 on the Falcon 45. Run formation, and Thomas Jones gets the necessary yardage for a first down to the 40, a 5-yard gain.
This is an offensive line that they've seen 8 and 9 men in the box all year long. And watch what they do in creating the gap in the space. Tony Richardson, number 49, the fullback, helping lead.
Winding to a minute remaining in the first half. First down. Sanchez flips it to Danny Woodhead, and Woodhead will pick up another first and go out of bounds and stop the clock with 56 seconds to go. 13-yard pickup, and the Jets are knocking on the door again.
Did I say the kid's got moxie? How about that one? The little flip forward to Woodhead, and Woodhead with the presence to get to the sideline and get out of bounds.
So we've seen Brad Smith with a one-handed play, and there Woodhead the same thing. They have been a couple of spark plugs. We're about 5'7" and 5'8", and big fan favorites here. Ninth play of the drive, and a first down on the 27. Sanchez's pass caught by Jericho Cotchery, and a first down at the 21.
Jets have to hurry here. Atlanta, if they decide to put some pressure on, they've got enough time to make that call from the defensive side.
That's one area where the Falcons have lacked this year, and that is pressure up front. Sanchez's pass, and it's caught again. Dustin Keller makes the grab, and it'll be a first down at the 13.
Now they've got to get up there and clock it. John Abraham handled by DeBrickashaw Ferguson. Good job by Mark Sanchez clocking the football. 19 seconds to go in the half.
Great clock management and good offensive sequence for the Jets.
John Abraham, 16.5 sacks in 2008, only 3.5 in 2009, going against DeBrickashaw Ferguson, who just a couple of weeks ago, Aaron Schobel, the defensive end of the Buffalo Bills, said, if DeBrickashaw Ferguson's not in the Pro Bowl, there's something wrong.
Second down and 10 for the Jets on the 13, and pump fake, and now just pumped down on the ground, and that was Abraham with the sack. And a loss of 7 as the final seconds tick off. The Jets still have a timeout left, and they use it here with 3 seconds to go to set up the field goal attempt.
They knew exactly what they were doing. Rex Ryan was positioned right next to the official, was letting the clock tick down, and then he asked for the timeout with 3 seconds to go on the clock to set up the field goal attempt. But here's why they're in that position. John Abraham comes down inside, washes, and because the secondary does such a great job, John Abraham has enough time to get to the backfield and get to Mark Sanchez. He would not have been able to do that if the ball had been able to be thrown on time. But the coverage allowed John Abraham to pick up the sack.
So Jay Feely, who couldn't get the 19-yard field goal try off on the bad snap the last time, well, this will be a 38-yard attempt. Kellen Clemens, the backup quarterback, holding, and there's the kick. It looks off to the right, but curves in, and it is no good. Almost hooked in the right upright and did not. So the Jets, with Feely missing one and one unable to get off, miss a chance to add to their lead.
This time everything was right with the mechanics. The snap was fine, the hold was fine. The kick off to the right, and Jay Feely knew it pretty much as soon as he hit it.
So Feely now 25 of 31 on the year, and it remains a tight game as we reach intermission. The Jets had 2 red zones, and they managed no points. They left some points on the field, no question.
They certainly did. The game still going the direction the Jets want it to go because of how close-knit this game is, how hard-hitting it is, how close it is in terms of being able to play defense and field position. But as you mentioned, they didn't take advantage of a couple of key situations, which has kept the Falcons in the football game. And you never want to let a team hang around.
You know what impresses me about what the Atlanta Falcons have done here is that they know they can't make the playoffs, but Mike Smith, you pointed this out, said to his team, it's a quest of this franchise to be the first team to have back-to-back winning years. If we win out, we get that. And the Falcons are playing hard today, and you see on the sideline, when they get those turnovers, how together they are. Michael Keenan kicks off as we start the second half, and Brad Smith returning for the Jets. And moves the pile a bit as he gets to the 34. And now, not only does he move the pile, he goes through the pile and gets to the 48-yard line. And a 39-yard return by Smith.
Just when you think the play is over, he comes bursting out of the pack. Almost couldn't find him in the midst of everything. Let's see if we can locate him now. Watch him go into the pile. Keeps the legs churning. No one really wraps him up. Comes away from the attempted tackle by Eric Weems before he's finally put down.
Oh, a great start for Mark Sanchez, the 48-yard line of the Jets to start this third quarter. Thomas Jones. And Jones is bottled up and right now let's send it down to Laura Oakman. Laura.
Well, I would love to tell you what Rex Ryan told me at halftime, but I'm going to have to clean it all up. Otherwise, I'm going to get us kicked off the air. What I can tell you is what we just saw. He said the most important adjustment is get the running game going to get some momentum and move the ball down the field and punch it in. As for Mike Smith, exactly what you said, Dick. He told his guys, keep fighting, keep being scrappy. That's what he's loved about them all season, wants to see them continue to do right now. Said the big thing is take advantage of our opportunities. We're getting them. If the ball is thrown to you, catch the ball.
And you know, once again, Laura, thank you that they're not used to playing outdoors in cold weather. 2nd down and 9. Sanchez obviously can't find a target easily and wisely throws it out of bounds. And that will bring up 3rd down.
As a quarterback, you grow and mature sometimes by the plays you don't try to force, the plays you don't try to make. The coverage excellent, no one open. He's outside of the tackle box, which means he can legally ground the football as long as it reaches the line of scrimmage and beyond, and that's exactly what he does.
Danny Woodhead and Brad Smith are both in the lineup. They're spark plugs. Woodhead in the backfield. Third down and 9. Underneath it's Danny Woodhead, and he gets knocked back. Let's see whether forward progress will give him the 1st down. It was Chevis Jackson and then Mike Peterson. It'll be close. Remember, that yellow line is unofficial, and judging by that, they appear to be short. We might have a measurement. Boy, crunching hits, saving what they hope would be 1st down.
I thought he was going to have the 1st down easily, but as you pointed out, good tackling by the Atlanta Falcons. Look at that, 3 guys. There's Peterson, 53. The first guy to hit him was Chevis Jackson, 22. And if he doesn't get it, it's because of that good tackling.
And they didn't get it by about a foot.
Decision time. And I think that Rex Ryan will go for it here. I really do. I think he likes the fact of his offensive line. He said he wanted that as an emphasis at halftime. That's what he told Laura Oakman. We want to get our running game going. I think he goes for it here and tries to pick it up.
And who's better in the NFL than the Jets? 13 of 16 on 4th down conversions. And of course, you know, unlike 3rd down conversions when it could be 3rd and 12 or 3rd and 3, usually 4th downs are close when you go for it. Thomas Jones will be the setback.
A lot of times the call here is quarterback sneak, but with Thomas Jones, you might want to think about letting him touch it.
It's the quarterback sneak, and it's the 1st down. Mark Sanchez keeps the possession for the Jets, and once again, got to admire that offensive front.
Look at what the guys do up front for the Jets. Look at this. They just move the pile, and Mark Sanchez does a nice job of getting low and just burrowing. The last thing you want to do as a quarterback on a quarterback sneak is to run straight up and have no momentum and get snapped into the air. Good job getting low and following his line.
And the left tackle.
False start. Offense number 82. 5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
It was a tight end. Lining up next to Dustin Keller was Matthew Mulligan, number 82. So the 5-yard penalty will bring up 1st and 15, and nothing will drive a coach crazy more after you've made a 1st down on 4th down than a dead ball penalty like this.
To immediately go behind the chains, as they call it. Get out of sequence on down and distance at 1st and 15.
Thomas Jones with a cut up the middle and gets about 3.5 or 4 yards of those back. Eric Coleman making the tackle. So it'll be 2nd down. Thomas Jones, who of course played with the Chicago Bears, who went through Cedric Benson and now Matt Forte. And you could say, well, Jones is a guy they could have used all along. Also with the Cardinals, 2nd down and 12. Here's Jones again. Good tackle made from behind by Mike Peterson. And a 1-yard gain.
Real veteran play there by Peterson, because watch as he comes down the line of scrimmage. He's just able to see the gap and slide from the outside and clean everything up. Realize it was a run play, unblocked, and finishes things off.
The linebackers that you pointed out have played very well for the Falcons this year. Peterson in his 11th year came over from Jacksonville. So it'll be 3rd and 11. And here's Abraham. Gets a hand on, but that's all. And the pass is caught by Braylon Edwards. And it takes 5 Falcons to bring him down at the 22. And now, tempers are flaring. And extremely upset is Nick Mangold. And someone here is going to have to pay the price. And we wonder whether a disqualification may be in the offing as well. We'll see.
The Atlanta Falcons do a great job of getting downfield and following plays and getting their offensive linemen to block at the end of it downfield. That's what Nick Mangold did on this play, trying to help out Braylon Edwards after the catch. That's what helped precipitate this altercation.
They got 19 yards, but we'll see what the penalty story is.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 20 defense, offense, 15-yard penalty, the 1st and 10 after the assessment of the penalty.
Okay, so at the end of the play, no whistle, and there's Mangold, and there is Damian Woody, 65, also getting downfield. Excuse me, Brandon Moore, 65. They got downfield, helped throw some blocks, and that's when the Falcons took exception. Braylon Edwards not going down. No whistle yet. The whistle's now coming into play as the play is finished up, and that's where the guys got into it.
And Thomas Jones coming into it way after, and that's why he got hit with the penalty.
And you notice no flags against Mangold or Brandon Moore getting downfield. They were doing their jobs, following the play, trying to help clean things up. As you pointed out, Dick, the whistle had not been blown at that point.
Sean Green has gone in to replace Thomas Jones. So a 15-yard penalty after the 19-yard gain. 1st down at the 38 of Atlanta. Sean Green. Green getting inside the 25. Curtis Lofton making the tackle. 4-yard gain.
So here at the end of the play, there's the penalty. Thomas Jones getting both hands up on the face mask there. I believe that's Croy Bierman of Atlanta, and that's where the penalty was kicked in.
2nd down and 6 for the Jets. Pass to Edwards inside, and the Falcons are right there. It was one of those mini wide receiver screens that loses a yard on the play. And you know what? You can hear the wind by the microphones down on the field, and it's a fierce wind. That's atop the stadium here. And of course, this is the last year that the Jets and the New York Giants will be playing here before they move into the new stadium across the street. One more game here. 3rd down and 7. And weak pass thrown after the big charge. They had a blitz coming. Chris Owens coming in, and the Jets signaling that there should be a penalty.
And the Falcons aren't a big blitz team, but this time they bring number 21, Christopher Owens, the rookie corner, off the edge, and they forced it.
And the flag is thrown, and Mark Sanchez yelling at the officials. We'll see what Ron Winter has for us after this. Been a chippy early 3rd quarter.
Intentional grounding. Offense. Number 6. No receiver in the area of the intended pass. 10-yard penalty. Loss of down. Makes it 4th down.
So the cornerback blitz, and here is Sanchez appealing to the official.
He's trying to tell him that there's a receiver in the area, because remember, you got to be outside the tackle box in order to intentionally ground it without penalty. Mark Sanchez definitely in the pocket on that play, and the officials determined there was no one in the area.
So another opportunity for the Jets in Falcon territory goes by the boards, and Weatherford picking Weems. Fair catch is going to let it bounce. And the Jets will down it at the 23. Rex Ryan in his first year, and wears his heart on his sleeve. Very outgoing. And the players love what he's all about. Jarius Norwood on first down brings it out to the 27-yard line where Harris makes the tackle. 2-yard gain on the play. Looking at the passing numbers for Matt Ryan, 5 catches for 17 yards and 5 for 17 for 52 yards, and Norwood has his lip bloodied as he comes off the field. It's been a tough day for him.
Yeah, a tough day, hurt his knee earlier, as Laura Oakman reported for us. And on this one, inside out, David Harris, the middle linebacker, or inside linebacker, to the sideline with a big hit.
Aaron Stecker along with Jason Snelling line up in the backfield, and this pass caught by Roddy White, short of the first down by about 1.5 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd down and short for Roddy White. He has not been able to shake Darrelle Revis. He has 2 catches for 10 yards. The longest was right now for 5. The Jet defense has not allowed a touchdown in the last 30 opponents' possessions. It is 3rd down and 1 for Atlanta on the 32. Matt Ryan flips to Snelling. Snelling is stopped once again. The Jets again put on the clamps. And it was Calvin Pace who led the way. David Harris as well. And what an aggressive, opportunistic Jet defense we've seen today.
See, this play's predicated on blocking the corner, meaning the guy on the edge, Calvin Pace, number 97, the outside linebacker. The Falcons ran this play earlier in the game, and they got it blocked, and Snelling picked up a first down. On this play, they don't get Calvin Pace blocked. He disrupts the play, and the Jets stop it.
Kanan kicking the Cotchery with Brad Smith now moving back into the play. So there are 3 possible receivers downfield. A fair catch by Cotchery at about the 34-yard line. So the Jets have a first down. That's Doug Plank on the sideline, and there's a little bit of a story there. First down on the 35. Former Chicago Bear. And first down on the 35. Sean Green, fake to Green, and the pass caught by Braylon Edwards. And Edwards is tackled at the 49, and a first down, picking up 14.
You mentioned there's a story there with Doug Plank on the side. Look at all these guys up front. Look how they're covering the guys in the middle. You know what that is? That's the Bear look, the 46 look, made famous by Rex Ryan's father, Buddy. And look at how they used it. Stopped them on 3rd and short. So Doug Plank, an assistant defensive backs coach for the New York Jets now, he's the reason they named it the 46.
Does he have to call his dad and say, can I borrow it for one play? First down, Sean Green gets into Falcon territory. Brad Smith is in there as a Wildcat at quarterback right now. And Smith on the option play is going to carry it, and he's going to get the first down. Brad Smith on the option on the Wildcat gets a first down to the 40-yard line. Thomas Deku making the tackle, an 8-yard gain. We've seen that before as Sanchez comes back in.
But this is the evolution of the Wildcat. When you have the quarterback who can actually carry the football and run option, not many teams are spending time preparing for option football in the NFL. How many teams have assignments down pat? Not very many. That's the evolution, the next step of the Wildcat.
From the 40-yard line, here's Sean Green. And not much there. The rushing yards have been hard to come by today. The Falcons have gained only 50 yards, under 3 yards of a carry. And the Jets also under 3 yards per carry. 72 yards for them.
And the Jets came into this game really feeling that they could run the football effectively against the Falcons. They don't do a lot of exotic things on the defensive side of the ball. And the Falcons are 23rd in the league in rushing defense coming into it. They've done well today.
And they've done well the last 4 games, Charles, really, holding teams to about 90 yards a game. Play action. Sanchez throws it away. Trying to get it to Sean Green, but not in good position, and there was a defender right there.
Really good coverage again from the Atlanta Falcons. There's Owens, 21, getting help inside from Coleman, 26. Brent Grimes, nice job against Braylon Edwards. And Deku sitting on the inside. And you're right, throwing the ball away by Sanchez, one of the better moves. Defender in the area, and Sean Green doesn't even have a reception this year. Don't throw the ball where you shouldn't.
3rd down and 10. Sanchez tried to get it to Woodhead, but it was a one hopper and a flag goes down. Not been many penalties today.
Good pass rush by Chauncey Davis.
Holding. Offense number 67. Penalties decline. Makes it 4th down.
The veteran Damian Woody. So they decline it. 4th down, and Weatherford will come in to kick. So it's been a chess match defensively for this game. The Jets have squandered more opportunities than the Falcons, who did have a 1st and goal. Eric Weems goes back to receive the punt. Fair catch, and a good punt to the 14-yard line. And there is the guy who wore number 46 with the Bears, Doug Plank, assistant defensive backs coach. 1st down for Atlanta on the 14. Matt Ryan's pass to Roddy White. First time he's been in stride all game. Rivas on the coverage. And a gain of 7 yards. The longest play from scrimmage for the Falcons today came early on a 20-yard pass play to Michael Jenkins.
You notice how creative Mike Mularkey, the offensive coordinator for the Falcons, was on that play, trying to get Roddy White the football. Had him on the move, as you noted, Dick, but behind the line of scrimmage to get him open.
And that's the matchup that the Jets have been effective all game. 2nd down and 3. Jarius Norwood will get enough for the 1st down, and let's send it down to Laura Oakman.
Dick, obviously the Falcons trying to get the run game going. They're going to have to continue to try to do it without Michael Turner. I told you earlier he rolled that right ankle, the same one that kept him out of the last couple of games. He has officially been ruled out for the rest of the game.
And Laura, as you point that out with Michael Turner being out, Jarius Norwood is getting the red badge of courage today because he's been banged up, battered around. He limped off the field a few times, keeps coming back and trying to run the football, and he'll split the carries with Jason Snelling.
6 carries, 24 yards for Norwood. And here is Snelling, gets an opening off the left side, brought down by Kerry Rhodes after a gain of 7 yards. So here are the Falcons trying to run the ball without Turner, as Laura Oakland just said.
And good running teams need the hammerhead fullback who's going to be the lead blocker. Look at Ovi Mahaley, number 34. Look at the block that he creates in the hole. Right there, number 57, Bart Scott. Great job. And that allows Snelling to get into the secondary on his run.
And we've talked about all of the Jets who used to play for the Ravens. Of course, Ovi Mahaley also played for Baltimore. 2nd down and 3 from the 34. Norwood back in, gets the flip. The Jets are there, and down he goes for the loss, and it's Kerry Rhodes again. Kerry Rhodes, who lost his starting spot for 3 games, came back today, knew he had to defend against Tony Gonzalez, and has had a solid game.
This is Rhodes right up on the line of scrimmage, reads it perfectly, and gives Norwood nowhere to go in running the football and drops him for a loss.
A loss of 5 yards. So now it'll be 3rd and 8. Rhodes with 3 interceptions, 2nd on the team to Rivas. And a stoppage of play. And it looks like the game clock.
Please reset the game clock to 2:05. Please stop the whistles. in the stands.
So apparently the players are hearing fans in the stands blowing whistles, confusing them. And I guess the wind has to be blowing that way for the sound to reach the players, right? Third down and 8. And the flag goes down, a false start penalty against Atlanta. So it'll be 3rd and 13 coming up.
False start. Offense number 87. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Justin Peele, the tight end there.
And in this situation, after you've gone from 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 13, many defensive teams will show pressure and back out and play coverage. The Jets' personality a little bit different. Don't be surprised if they go after him here.
And they are going after him. And the pass downfield, incomplete, intended for Roddy White. And you were right on the money, Charles, as the Jets put the pressure on Matt Ryan. And 4th down coming up. The Jet defense has dominated this game. Falcons haven't played that bad either on that side of the ball, but the Jet defense has been spectacular, leading 7-3 and getting the ball again.
And they keep helping their offense with field position. Neither offense paying off the work the defense has done for them today.
Kanan punting to Kachary. Fair catch. First down, and the handoff to Thomas Jones back in the game, and stopped by Chauncey Davis after a gain of about 2. And our director, Artie Kempner, will be at Daytona for that Great American race as well. The numbers for Mark Sanchez: 65-yard touchdown pass to Edwards, who goes over 100 yards for the first time this year, and not much running by either team.
Maybe the surprise of the game.
2nd down and 8. Considering the weather conditions and the two teams, unquestionably. Sanchez going deep. And Braylon Edwards, well covered anyway downfield by Chris Owens and Thomas Deku. It worked for 65 yards and a touchdown in the first quarter, but now it'll be 3rd and 8.
That's well covered by Chris Owens, who was really stride for stride with Braylon Edwards, where Edwards never had a chance to get the advantage. Wide receivers always say if they get even to the defensive back, then they're leaving. In this case, he never even got even with Christopher Owens. He was able to turn his hips and go downfield.
Told you about Artie Kempner, our director. Fran Morrison is our producer, and if you want to send him a Christmas card, only 1 R, not 2, in his last name. 3rd down and 8. Sanchez looking one way, and the pass is knocked down. Peterson doing a great job on Dustin Keller, and the Falcons really aroused with their defensive play today. They haven't done anything offensively against the Greens defense, and they force a punt.
But they have accepted the challenge that really the Jets defense lays down to every team they play against. Can your defense match our defense? And today, for the most part, Atlanta's done exactly that.
Weatherford kicking. Weems is back. Gonna let it bounce. Back here at the Meadowlands with 26 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. We have not had any scoring here in the 3rd. Matt Ryan and the Falcons start from the 15. Jason Snelling breaks out and gets about 3 yards on the play. And final seconds ticking off here in this 3rd quarter. 3-yard pickup. And that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Jets leading 7-3 as we start the 4th, and you know he's a Jet fan by his gloves. And if they had a film, Miracle of the Meadowlands, instead of Miracle on 34th Street, he would play Santa, wouldn't he? Dick Stockton along with Charles Davis and Laura Oakman late in the day for that youngster.
He's hanging in there, though, isn't he?
Dad is saying stay awake. This is an important game for the Jets. 2nd down and 7. There's that matchup. Darrelle Revis against Roddy White. And let's see what Matt Ryan does here. And he completes the pass to Roddy White. So White, with only his 3rd catch of the game, gets 17 yards. And a flag is down back near the line of scrimmage. So let's bring it back, maybe.
The Nelson man downfield, number 72 offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
2nd down and 12. Norwood is the running back. And here is Ryan going to, out of the backfield, Obi Mihaly. And Mihaly is wrestled out of bounds after a couple of yards.
And that's why he's a complete corner. See, the reason that he's going to be mentioned for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL is not strictly because he's going to intercept the ball. Listen to this. He'll strike you too. All right, he's complete corner. He tackles in the run game, he'll smack people around, and of course, we know all about his coverage ability.
Not only does he have 6 interceptions, amongst the league's best, has broken up 27 passes. Far and away the best in the NFL. 3rd down and 7. And the slant pass to Marty Booker is caught. And that'll be the 1st down. You know, thanks, Bert. I don't want to hear who has the schedule advantage down the stretch. There is none. You got to play. Snelling gets to the 29-yard line and a 3-yard pickup. So the Arizona Cardinals right now would be the 4th seed at 8-5. They were stunned by the 49ers. They're the leaders in the NFC West. The Packers coming up next against the Steelers. Packers have won 5 in a row. And the Cowboys with the big upset last night over the New Orleans Saints, sending the Saints to their 1st loss. And the Vikings right behind with 2 losses. Best record, not a done deal in the NFC. 2nd down and 7. Norwood. And Norwood carries it out to the 37-yard line. Will be still shy by about 5 yards. Mike DeVito making the tackle. How about Tennessee leading Miami 24-9? And once again, to reiterate what we've said all along, that if the Jets win and if the Dolphins lose to the Titans, and they are now, and the Ravens get upset by the Bears, Rex Ryan's team will decide their own identity, their own playoff route. Big 3rd down coming up here, 3rd and 4. Matt Ryan flips it out. It'll be a 1st down to Norwood, and more. And more. As Norwood gets down to about the 30, Donald Strickland making the play after Kerry Rhodes initially missed him. That's a 38-yard gain.
And how about Matt Ryan identifying the overload blitz by the Jets and sending his guy out there into the open territory. There's Jarius Norwood. And then there's the move on Kerry Rhodes. Cuts inside for the additional yardage, gets past Darrelle Revis before Donald Strickland brings him down. Great read by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And a 1st down for the Falcons on the Jet 30. Here's Norwood as a runner, and nothing doing thanks to David Harris. David Harris leading the Jets in tackles, 5.5 sacks and a couple of interceptions. And you're right, you said it before, he's not the guy they always talk about when you mention the Bart Scotts and the rest of those defensive people.
Those guys are a little more fiery, emotional, demonstrative. David Harris quietly gets the job done. But today, I think Atlanta's defense has allowed Mike Mularkey on the offensive side of the football to call a different game. He has not had to call a game where he's had to try and catch up. He's had to call a game to try and stay even.
2nd and 10. Pump fake, and wisely throwing it away. Matt Ryan knew he had nothing downfield.
And he's in the pocket is what the Jets are screaming about in terms of intentionally grounding the football. But he had someone in the area. Take a look. Watch. The tackle box would be about there to there. He's clearly in the pocket. But what they're saying is Jason Snelling was in the area. That's what the officials said. Hey, we can't determine whether it was a bad pass or not. He had a guy in the area. He threw the ball in that direction.
And he was in the area. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. A long field goal try if they don't get any yardage here. Getting hit is Ryan. Throws it up for grabs. It's deflected and incomplete. Jenkins, the intended receiver, and Rhodes and Lito Shepard were there as Matt Ryan got great pressure by Bart Scott.
There's Matt Ryan's perspective. Bart Scott in his face, and Ryan tries to throw it up above him and give his receiver a chance in the end zone.
This will be a 48-yard field goal attempt by Matt Bryant. Career long is 62. He's kicked him here, and he's kicked him in this direction. And the kick is no good, off to the right. Didn't miss by much. And there is Rex Ryan exulting after the missed field goal. Mike Smith and the Falcons hanging in, but missing an opportunity there. And because of the field goal attempt from 48 yards, the Jets will start out on their own 38. Plenty of time. Mark Sanchez, 14 of 26 for 196 yards. And Thomas Jones will lose on that first carry of a yard thanks to Stephen Nicholas. Sanchez has 1 touchdown pass, that to Edwards, and 2 interceptions.
Take a look here, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, they had about 9 people in the box, and that allowed them to overpower the Jets blocking and get to Thomas Jones before he gets started.
2nd down and 11. Sean Green goes in at tailback. Green gets the call. Brings it out to the 40. Pickup of 3.
I think that Brian Van Gorder, the defense coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons, is sensing that the Jets are trying their best to cement this game through running the football and really do not want to take many risks throwing it. That's why he's getting 8 or 9 in the box on every snap and trying his best to knock the ball free in the run game.
Jets have averaged 2.6 yards per carry. 3rd down and 8. And a 3-man front for the Falcons. 3-man defensive line. Sanchez's pass, and catching it is Dustin Keller. 2 Falcon defenders wound up on the ground. That was Owens and Peterson, and Dustin Keller winds up with a 13-yard catch. A big one for the Jets, and a 1st down into Falcon territory.
This is frustrating for the Falcons. This is Dustin Keller, the tight end. Why is it frustrating? Not only does he catch it for the 1st down, but they did everything right on this play. Rushed 3, dropped 8, made Sanchez scramble around to try and find a place to throw the ball, put a big hit on Dustin Keller, and in the end, a great play by Keller defeated good defense.
46-yard line of Atlanta. 3rd catch of the game by Keller. Patry in motion. They run it with Thomas Jones off right tackle. Thomas Jones getting the 1st down inside the 35 and a gain of 13. And that may be the longest run from scrimmage for the Jets today, with Deku making the stop.
And this is what they want. Right side of the line is their power nasty side. Nick Mangold snapped the ball and pulled from the center position and leads. And all game long, you keep pounding the football. Hopefully, down the stretch, you get a few cracks in the defense. That was one of them.
1st down on the Falcon 33. Only 1 wide receiver, 2 tight ends. Thomas Jones with a delay and then gets to the 30-yard line, picking up 3 yards on the play. The Jets have moved into Atlanta territory 4 times previously, have not gotten any points. This is their 5th excursion into Falcon territory, and there you see the run has been tough to come by today for both teams. 2nd and 7, Brad Smith to the bottom of your picture, number 16, lined up as a receiver.
Hey, roll it back.
2nd and 7. Quick to Kachary. They have the first down with that effort. Kachary close to the 25. Bierman and Jackson were there. Let's listen.
Hey, roll it back.
Right, he went back to the original play call. He had checked out, roll it back, go back to what we called before, and they went back to the quick screen and picked up the first down.
They got 8 yards, and Mark Sanchez is going to say, why didn't I go to a northern college? Why did I go to USC? I could have played in this weather all the time. I love it. First down on the 22. Fake to Thomas Jones. Play action. And a good fake. And the pass off the hands of Wayne Hunter, number 78, who is eligible as a tight end. Pulling out all the stops here are the Jets.
I mean, they showed as heavy run that you can show. Because see that 91? You know who that is? Sione Bouha, who's their defensive tackle coming in. And then they try to complete the pass
To Hunter.
to Wayne Hunter, number 78, the eligible tackle on the play. They showed everything that said run and threw the football.
2nd down and 10. Now Sean Green is the running back. And the handoff is to Green on the fake pass, but Curtis lost it. Greets him almost immediately, a couple of yards perhaps. Under 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
And the Falcons defense understands field goal is all you can give up here. When you're looking at the clock ticking at 5:44 and counting going down. 7-3 now. If you give up a field goal, you're still with it. You give up a touchdown, it becomes a 2-score game against you.
Falcons started off so impressively this year, winning 4 of their first 5. They've now lost 4 of their last 5 games. And trying to finish strong. 3 wins would give them a 9-7 record. In back-to-back winning years, first time in franchise history. 9th play of the drive, 3rd down and 8. And they're not going to get the first down. And good coverage. Brad Smith covered by Chevis Jackson. And the ball will be at the 19. And here comes Jay Feely on to try to give the Jets a 7-point lead.
Either way, successful series for Atlanta. This keeps the game within reach for them.
They're the underrated defensive team in this game.
Yes, they are.
This will be a 37-yard try. Feely missed one from 38 yards. First attempt, botched snap, couldn't get it off. High snap this time, and the kick is blocked. Kick is blocked. And once again, the Jets, 5 times they get into Falcon territory.
The previous play, the missed field goal did not go beyond the line of scrimmage. Therefore, the ball is placed at the spot of the kick. First down, Atlanta.
There you saw Kellen Clemens, the holder, and Feely, and there's Davis explaining exactly how he got in to get the hand on it. In any event, it's Atlanta ball. First down at the 27. Jason Snelling is the running back. Ryan looking to throw, and a short pass to Snelling out of the backfield. And he gets it out to the 30-yard line. Gain of 3. Bart Scott with the play.
Jets linebackers are so active and they close so quickly on plays in front of them that you really want to get the ball to your guy on the move. If he's not on the move, they close and put the play down right there.
Ryan, 11 of 26, 118 yards, no TDs, no picks. Roddy White in motion on 2nd down and 7. And they go out to Mahaley, the fullback, and he is upended. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Time for the pressure package to come from the Jets on this down.
It looks like it's coming from the right side. And this pass is caught by Norwood and a first down and pushed out of bounds by Harris, the linebacker downfield. 9-yard pickup, and Atlanta has a first down.
Last time the Jets overloaded, they overloaded and came, and Jarius Norwood went into the teeth of it and caught the pass. This time, Matt Ryan goes away from the overload blitz and finds him open for the first down. Attacked it in two different fashions, both of them successfully.
First down on the 41 of the Falcons. Fake to Snelling. Matt Ryan had nothing. Got to catch those passes when they're thrown away. That's why you're so close to the sideline there.
Matt Ryan, who does he want to go to? His number one receiver, Roddy White, trying a double move, a stop and go, and Darrelle Revis having none of it. Does a great job of making sure his eyes went from the quarterback to the receiver so that he was not fooled on the double move.
Revis has held White to 3 catches for 17 yards, the longest play, 7. Second and 10 from the 41. And Ryan going underneath to Snelling. And what happens is the Jets are not missing many tackles. Rhodes missed one earlier. They haven't missed Bart Scott and Harris. 2 linebackers have made it count. A 1-yard pickup. It'll be third down and long.
Whatever the Falcons' average is for yards after a catch, it's going to suffer today. Because as soon as they make the catch, they're being encountered by a number of Jet defenders.
And 2:27 on the clock. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts. Means a lot more right now to Atlanta. It'll be third down and 9. Getting close to 2 minutes to go. Here's Matt Ryan's pass, and it's caught by Roddy White and goes out of bounds. And it was Donald Strickland, the closest defender to White. And a flag is down as well. A 16-yard play pending the call.
Personal foul, grasping the face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty, and a first down.
There's Roddy White with the straight arm, and there's the personal foul. Donald Strickland getting his hand on the face mask, which makes a big play even bigger. But how does it happen? Watch downfield. Roddy White runs through the trash there. See? And now he's going to get an assist from Michael Jenkins as he gets through. And if Darrelle Revis not on the coverage, it's now White goes through that and then picks up the extra yardage after the face mask.
31 yards in all, 16 on the catch, 15 on the penalty. First down on the 27 of the Jets. Here's Snelling up the middle. Snelling with a first down, gets inside the 10, close to the 5. And welcome back to the Meadowlands. Our 2-minute warning with 1:58 on the clock. Dick Stockton, Charles Davis, Laura Oakman. The Jet defense has not allowed a touchdown in the last 33 opponents' possessions. It'll be first and goal at the 7 for Atlanta. Here's Jason Snelling, and the Jets are there, maybe a yard, that's all.
The Jets working on now a 142-play streak of not giving up a touchdown. And the Falcons know no other opportunity. They've got to go 4-down territory here. You can't kick a field goal even though you have timeouts and expect to get the ball back. They've got to go now.
This game going down to the end. Second half of our doubleheader. Great action to follow. And here is a rollout by Matt Ryan. And Ryan's pass going for Roddy White. And he was covered by Jim Leonard. Incomplete.
Roddy White working first against Darrelle Revis, but it's a zone coverage. So he gets attracted by other people in his zone, and a nice play by Jim Leonard, the safety. All 5'8" of him goes up and helps knock away the pass intended for Roddy White.
1:47, the Jets use the timeout because if the Falcons do get a touchdown, they want to have enough time to mount something of their own. It'll be third and goal from the 6. Ryan fires, nearly intercepted by Revis. And not even close. Gonzalez, the tight end, was the intended receiver. The game is right here. 4th and goal from the 6th. Do they go to Tony Gonzalez with 10 Pro Bowls? the pass. Gonzalez, touchdown! And no real surprise, he has been the target for Matt Ryan in the red zone, and every time the Falcons have needed a key score this year, and Atlanta comes within a point of tying this game with 1:38 remaining in regulation.
And it's a fairly simple play when you get down to it. They didn't do a lot of misdirection, not a lot of flow one way, throw back the other. Tony Gonzalez gets into the end zone, shows his target, and Ryan delivers.
And this is a very important point after by Matt Bryant, as the crowd silenced by the touchdown on 4th down. The kick is good, and we're tied at 10. Mike Smith's Atlanta Falcons fighting back their first touchdown of the game, and for Gonzalez, his 6th touchdown catch.
Here's Tony Gonzalez right there. Just goes, shows his numbers, and delivers.
Falcons leading 10-7. Gave the Jets a little extra credit there. 10-7 the score as a result of this touchdown, and now the Jets have 2 timeouts to try to at least get a field goal to send this game into overtime.
And in that situation, a little surprising is how uncovered Tony Gonzalez was in tight quarters. All game long, guys have caught passes, but a Jet has been one step right on the play, ready to make the tackle. In this case, that felt like a lot of room to Tony Gonzalez when he caught the touchdown pass.
So a 10-7 lead for Atlanta, and now the Jets and Matt Ryan. Finally, the Atlanta Falcons were able, on a very impressive drive, 73 yards in 11 plays, and it took them just under 3 minutes to get there.
A second-year quarterback takes his team down for the go-ahead score. Can the rookie quarterback answer with a game-winning drive?
Michael Kanan will be kicking off, and Brad Smith is back deep. A line drive kick, and it's taken by Eric Smith. And Eric Smith is put down at the 23-yard line. 2 timeouts left. Trying to avoid a heartbreaking defeat, Sanchez and Ash caught by Conchery at the 32-yard line. And a flag goes down. Falcons are indicating that it's against the Jets.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 16. After the play was over, 2nd down.
Critical penalty against Brad Smith. And let's see whether it was Faneca or Brad Smith involved on that play.
Right at the end of the play, it plays down, and Alan Faneca drops Stephen Nicholas. I think that's what they meant, 66, not 16.
Easy off the head.
2nd down and 17. Sanchez goes down, followed by 3 Falcons.
You got to be more decisive in this situation. If you're going to run, you've got to run and get to the sideline and save your timeout. If you're not going to run, throw the ball out of bounds and save the time. Instead, the Jets have to take a timeout now that they didn't want to.
That'll leave them with only 1, Charles, with 1:13 to go. And the ball on the 21-yard line.
See if he's able to get rid of it, get it out of bounds. Incomplete pass. You're not worried about down and distance now. You're worried about the clock.
It's amazing coming into this game, a game in which the Jets needing it so badly to keep their wild card hopes alive, and the Falcons eliminated. Now, Houston has won today. The New England Patriots have won. There's the picture Ravens will be playing the Bears. That's one of the games coming up on Fox to follow. And the Dolphins trailing Tennessee, but that game has been narrowed. 3rd down and 13 with 1:13 on the clock.
It's a spot for John Abraham to try and get involved on the pass rush.
And the pass is intercepted. And it's going to be Brent Grimes with his 2nd interception of the game. And that should seal it for the Falcons. So Rex Ryan's team coming in with the best defense in the league, best running attack, and it's Atlanta's defense that ultimately makes the big plays and the big run that sets up the 1st and goal, which resulted in the leading touchdown. And
they did what they had to do today, which was shut down the Jets' running game. And because they were able to do that most of the ball game, that allowed them to get into this spot here where when the Jets had to throw the ball, coverage wins the day. Not a well-thrown ball, and Brent Grimes breaks on it because it's nowhere near where the receiver is. Grimes became the intended receiver instead of Braylon Edwards.
So 3 interceptions by Sanchez. And the Jets do not stop the clock. And the Atlanta Falcons, nothing to play for as far as the playoffs are concerned, but as Charles mentioned, Mike Smith telling his team we can have a winning campaign back-to-back years, something the franchise has never achieved. And Atlanta came out strong, playing in the cold weather where they're not used to playing. And they're going to win this game. The Jets would have liked my count of 10-10, believe me, but it's going to be 10-7 the final as the Falcons sting the Jets, who fall to 7-7 on the year. And this defeat could very well doom the Jets' playoff hopes.
And how about that young man there, Matt Ryan, playing hurt, coming back from injury, and playing on a day where, as you suggested, Dick, what did the Falcons have to play for? A lot of people thought they might shut him down for the day. Instead, he wants to play to try and get the back-to-back winning seasons and plays well.
And it was Matt Ryan who threw to Tony Gonzalez. 1:38 on the clock, the 6-yard touchdown on 4th down to win it. Right now, let's go down to Laura Oakman, who's with Tony Gonzalez.
Thank you, Dick. All right, Tony, the Jets hadn't given up a touchdown in almost 150 plays. Tell us about that go-ahead touchdown, how you got in.
Well, you know, they were beating me up the whole game. They didn't really understand it because they went like red too, and I was just able to get a free release, and it just turned out Matt put the ball right on the money, and I'm just glad I was able to make the play.
So many people came in today saying, all right, what do the Falcons have to play for, knowing that Dallas won last night? Will you answer that for me? Because, boy, you sure couldn't tell on that sideline that you weren't playing for something.
Oh, we were playing. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Like I've always said, at the very least, we get to come out here and play football. I think Coach Smith did a great job of getting us ready. And, you know, we want to win. We want to have a winning record by the end of the season. So, you know, we just got to take it one game at a time. Hopefully we can pick up these last 2.
All right, great win. Thanks so much, Tony.
Thank you.
Dick, back to you.
All right, Laura, thank you very much. The last time the Falcons won a cold weather regular season outside game, Denver, back in 1982.
Not bad for a dome team, I would say. Not bad at all.